Definitely really excited to be in this program for the time that I've been here, a little over a year now. It's definitely given me a lot of insight on how dating is because, prior to the program, I didn't have any experience whatsoever with dating. Like to some degree, I've kind of like a lot of people, just kind of went with the flow. It works for some and not for others. That's just what it is, what it is. It did not work for me. And so I realized as I got older, I recently turned 30, but prior to that, in my late 20s, I was like, okay, all my other friends kind of just to some degree kind of lucked out. Someone just kind of came into their life and, I'm happy for them. But for others, it just didn't quite happen that way. So if you don't get lucky, you're gonna have to really put in some work to get something to happen, right? And that's just the reality of the situation. And as I mentioned earlier, the program gave me a lot of insight on how to approach this. And now that I've been given the tools to succeed, utilizing the tools and the knowledge that the program has provided me, I've been able to land multiple dates a week and to have a more fruitful dating life. I think for me, a lot of it is the experience and like just, I guess, listening to other people's experiences and using them in my dating experience so that knowing that I had zero experience coming into the program, it gave me a lot of insight. And so whenever I go into dates, I have like the correct mindset to get into. And I also, in a way, can come off as, I guess, a bit more experienced versus not having experience at all because of these nuances that you kind of have to learn during dates as opposed to just listening to other people's experiences. I had zero dating experience prior to the program, so there really isn't much to say. So this program gave me a ton of insight and knowledge to approach dating. As I get older, I realize I need to take dating more seriously if I am ever going to find a significant other. I think for me, a lot of people would tell me like, oh, someone's just gonna come along the way. And like, to be fair and just to be, transparent, it kind of worked out for a lot of people. Like, even though they don't really go out, it's just like, oh, they met someone in school or like in the club or not in the club, like school clubs or like even at work, right? It's just like someone kind of like comes along in their life and it just kind of works out. They just date this one person and they just kind of stick with that one person for the rest of their life. And so in my mind, I felt like that was hopefully going to happen to me. But, as I got older, I realized that's not going to quite work out for me. And so I had to take charge and take action if I'm going to, if I'm ever going to find a wife. Ultimately, that's my end goal. A quick snapshot of my dating life after the program is, within a few weeks, I was able to get, multiple dates a week, which is really exciting for me because, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't have any experience prior to the program. And so having that volume helped me improve my dating skills and as well as my communication skills with people in general. So it's definitely really beneficial for me. And I think that anyone who's struggling with dating should definitely, sign up for this program as it'll give them a lot of insight. And even if they do have dating experience, I think listening to others who have been potentially more successful than you definitely, improves your dating skills.
And I know you also had some recent changes here. You mentioned like meeting a really cool girl, those kinds of things. Can you talk to me a little bit about that? Like how that's been for you?
Yeah, so after going through about a year of dating, I finally met someone that I feel that could be the one for me to proceed with and finally have a girlfriend. Definitely really excited about this girl. She's essentially everything that I'd be looking for. She's physically very attractive. She's very kind. She's very sweet. And I feel like she would be a very supportive partner. I felt like everything I learned from my other dates kind of came into play when it came to communicating and just kind of dating her. I mean, obviously, I made a ton of mistakes earlier in the earlier dates, but as I go on more and more dates, you kind of learn from your mistakes. And when you finally meet someone that you are actually really interested in, you have to be on your A game, and you need to be able to present yourself and communicate at a very high level to attract an attractive woman, essentially, since they're going to always have many suitors. Honestly, the result that surprised me the most was that I was actually able to go on dates with very attractive women, at least the women that I found very attractive. Being a guy who's a shorter guy, I'm only around like 5'5", you know, I've been told growing up like, oh, like you're ugly, you're short, like no one wants you, and all of these like negative things. And, you know, this program really helped me realize that, um, you know, I'm in control of my dating life. And even though, yeah, I am short and there's really nothing I can do about that, it made me realize like, you know, I can focus on the things that I can control and you'll still be successful regardless. You know, this program has impacted my life in a great way. Prior, you know, to the program, my life was just, you know, working on my side hustle and in the gym. I pretty much didn't really do anything else other than maybe hang out with friends. I'll go on trips here and there, but I felt like, you know, there could be more in my life. And I think kind of like a missing piece in a way was like a significant other. It would be great. I wouldn't say I necessarily need one, but I know that deep down inside I would really want one, whether it's ideally sooner than later. So the program is definitely, you know, being able to go on dates and kind of experience what a quote unquote like normal life would be, will be extremely helpful and only adds to my life. I guess when you're someone like me who's like who hasn't had a girlfriend in his entire life, and so I have always struggled with dating and dealing with women. It always like lingers in your mind, and it really like as you get older, I feel like it continuously wears you down over time. Like you can be successful in business, you can be successful in literally every other aspect of your life, but like if this isn't solved, it always like beat you down mentally if this is something that you want. And so like for me to finally have a fruitful, like, you know, an eventful dating life, it's like one, like as you mentioned, it's like one less thing to worry about, and it allows me to focus more on the other things that I care about a lot too, like my career and my side business. In terms of the time that I've saved in this program, I would say at least 5+ years of just time, because you know, I have a lot of friends who have dated for a longer period of time, but found significantly less success than I have. And they're kind of just like, you know, learning, going over and over again, going to dates over and over. I'm sorry, going on a ton of dates and, you know, not really having any success with the type of women they want, or maybe the interactions weren't great and not knowing how to lead a conversation. And so like for them to get to a point where I am able to easily, I'm not necessarily get dates essentially, you know, it would have easily taken me a lot more time, like I would say 5+ years to get to where I am now if I didn't join the program. I remember like there was a barbecue 2 weeks ago and I was talking to some of my friends, and they're like, you're talking to like multiple girls, like, wait, who is this guy? Because they knew me since college, so it's like Davis doesn't do like, you know, Davis doesn't get girls, and all of a sudden he's talking to like a lot of girls. Like, what the hell? Like, you know, I guess it makes me feel like more excited about like life, to be honest with you. Like, there's more to life than just working and making money. If someone is thinking about joining the program and they're thinking about, you know, whether or not it'd be a good time to join, just kind of like think about the life that you're currently living. Right? Are you happy with your life currently? And especially with dating, if not, then I feel like you should join the program. It would definitely save you a lot of time and money and resources, honestly. Sure, like it may be a huge time commitment now, but think about how much time you'd be saving over time if you were to learn the ropes in a short period of time and like fast track your dating life, as opposed to you trying to figuring out on your own. You know, I would definitely recommend anyone to join this program if they're looking to improve their dating life. As for me, the most valuable thing I think anyone has is time, and this program helps you save a lot of time in figuring out dating. Because once that's figured out, I think all areas of all areas of life become a lot easier. As I feel like the skills you learn in dating can be applicable to your career and other areas of life as well. Honestly, it's been a great experience. I'm very happy with the results, and I'm very grateful that I did take the plunge in joining the program, because I think like a lot of guys in the program, I've seen a lot of the advertising. I followed David for a very long time on YouTube. And so like, you know, I saw this ad and I was like, you know, should I join? Like, is this like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Like, is this some ad on YouTube? It's some YouTuber that, you know, I didn't know at the time. And I'm like, you know, like, fuck it. Like I got nothing to lose is my mind going into it. And I'm happy
Well,
that I did.